Ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. It's the Joebeau podcast. How's that for an intro? Oh man, it's a Monday. It's about 5 o'clock. Most people are probably out of work. I just got out of school. What's happening, everybody? What is happening? I think it's funny when people say that they hate Mondays. Because really, you should be thinking, like, for me in that standpoint, I don't look at Monday any different than Saturday and Sunday, and I work, and I think that's because my work schedule and my school schedule. I mean, if you add in my work and my school, I'm a 40 hour a work or a 40 hour a week worker. And I work on Saturday and Sunday. Actually, my longest shifts are Saturday and Sunday. People are like, oh, I hate it. For me, I like Mondays. It's the start of the week for most people. It's like, let's get work done. And I was like, should I do a podcast? I'm like, shit, today I was like, should I do a podcast? I don't know if I should do a podcast. I was like, let's get some work done. Let's do a podcast. I think for the few people that are out there, I think this might be, a good opportunity for y'all. But I hope everybody's having a great Monday. If you are, go ahead and like this video. Make my Monday a little bit better. Share the love, peeps. Come on. Also, subscribe if you haven't. That'd be awesome if you could do that. What else? Repost. Just the usual. Share it. Tell your mother. Tell your father. Tell your friends, tell your aunts, tell your uncles about this podcast. I want to grow. I know you guys want me. Whoever's listening, I know you guys like these podcasts. So far, they're not on iTunes though, and I think the reason because of that currently is I just don't have enough yet to put on to submit them to iTunes. I think I'm gonna do that when I hit 10, and then from there. Because I think there's a site that you can do for like $10 a month where you upload it on that site and it does all the work for you and uploads automatically after you're on iTunes, I guess. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping we can be on iTunes. This is my 5th podcast already, so that's actually really cool, and I'm looking forward to keeping on. But like I said, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. Let's get this show at least a few followers. And we'll get this show on the road. A couple things I want to talk about today. And I know there's people out here that might be able to relate. My current boss, and I talked about him a lot on the other podcast, is I was about to swear right there. Is a micromanager. For those of you that don't even know what a micromanager is, pretty much he is consistently telling you he's not letting you do your work. He's always over your shoulder telling you to do this, telling you to do that, telling you to do this, telling you to do that, while he's just sitting down doing nothing. And for me, that's a recipe for failure. And for me, as an employee of him, it irritates me so much. And I know people out there listening have bosses like this, because this isn't the first time I've even seen a boss like this. But there are people out there, and if you're listening, oh yeah, my boss is just like that. And I feel bad for you. As soon as I can, I'm tempted to leave, but we're just gonna keep on trucking currently. So I'm going to New York City. Need this job to save up money. I'm going to get my work done because that's a commitment that I told him I would do. I'd get this shit done and I would do work. And that's a commitment. I'm going to stay true to my commitment. But that one thing, oh my God, you don't even know. The other day I'm sitting I went into work. I think it was yesterday actually. Went into work to work on, so what I do is I'm basically a cashier. And I do the social media marketing for them. So pretty much I have to go in, sit down at the cash register, and when there's no customers, I do social media. Well, I was working on the website, and I was working on trying to do a podcast for them because you guys know and I know that podcasts are a good way, to market your company. Realistically, one of the best ways, actually. People love podcasts. They're the new things. Radio, see you later. Podcast, come on in. And I was trying to figure out how to get my DSLR Lumix G7 on a live stream. And he started bitching because I wasn't doing social media, but I'm pretty sure I was, because I'm trying to figure out how to improve your social media. So, like, he complained to my manager, and then my manager called me today and told me about that, but that's not the only thing he told me about. Another thing that I guess upset my boss was my girlfriend does modeling for a couple companies, or she does it mainly for one company, but she's done it for multiple companies. And I had her come in, which was okay with my manager, to take pictures in our apparel so we can market it, so we can post better pictures on our Instagram and all that shit. Well, she comes in, we do all the pictures and everything, and they look great, and then I post them, and I get a call this morning saying that the pictures are too much about the girl and not enough about the product. Like, are you kidding me? I don't even know how to explain this. This company was clearly not doing what they want, clearly not doing, good with social media. That's why they hired me. But then they want to keep telling me that I'm doing social media wrong. How the fuck are you going to do that? You can't do that. You can't hire me and then tell me that I'm doing my job wrong. That's just that you can't do that. That's a great way to fail. And that's pretty much what they were telling me. Like this, they said that this post was, like I said, too much about the girl, not enough about the clothes. Well, how about this? Do a little bit of fucking research, please. Go on Nike's Instagram page. Their main theme is like athletes and athletic apparel, similar to what we do, but just not so much athletic, more like sports clothing, like jerseys and shit. But what they do is they focus a lot on the pro athletes that they have come in. And the pro athletes obviously wear their apparel, but they focus more on the pro athlete and where they came from. Like for example, let's pull this one up. Because I did research, because I'm going to show him this tomorrow, because he wants me to come in and whatever. I'm going to show him this tomorrow. They have a post right here. As you know, what's his name? I think it's Reed. I don't know. It's not Jordan Reed, I don't think. It's something Reed. Hold on. Patrick Reed. That's what it is. Patrick Reed won the Masters. Okay? And they have a picture of him screaming, with his putter in his left hand, screaming that he won. Like, obviously, like the typical fist bump, you won the golf tournament. Okay? In here, they don't say anything. They don't focus on the shirt. What the focus is on the athlete. Okay? Confidence from start to finish. Patrick Reed wins the major championship at the Masters. # just do it. They didn't say, look at this awesome pink shirt that Patrick Reed's wearing when he won the fucking tournament. That's stupid. That's not the right way to engage people. That's not the proper way. If you want to be a big dog, you have to market like the big dog. What you need to do is you need to focus. You need to have the focus not on the product and the focus on the picture. Because putting too much product, like Nike doesn't post just pictures of their shirts. They don't even post anything of their shirts or shorts. They always post a picture of somebody, usually famous, wearing their gear. Or somebody like a model or something wearing their gear. They don't just post their gear. And when you want to market like this on social media, that's the right way to do it. They have 77 million followers. How the fuck are you going to tell me that that's not the right way to do it? You need to have the picture about the person with your apparel in it. So the secondary focus is the apparel, not the first focus, because nobody wants just a bunch of pictures of apparel. That's stupid. The secondary focus needs to be on the apparel. Because when you have that secondary focus, when it's in every picture, then then obviously that's good marketing, because the secondary, the logo and the apparel, having that as a secondary focus in every picture will eventually be a primary focus when you look at in the whole, like the whole picture of things. Like, here's another example of this. It's a video.
Imagine winning your hometown marathon. The same marathon where you used to hand water out to runners as a kid. The same marathon that inspired you to actually run marathons. Well, hello, Shalane.
Hi.
Awesome. That's one of the best advertisements I've ever seen. By the way, I got that from Nike's Instagram page, in case any of you were wondering. Okay. So none of that focus was on their apparel, okay? None of that focus was on their store. The focus was on the runner and the motivation that runner has, because that's their whole marketing theme. Like Nike, just do it, have motivation, be athletic, all that shit. That's their main focus. So what they had in this was, as you heard, was just a girl running down the street, and it was like a motivational thing, okay? And then the caption that they said was, "Can you imagine winning the same marathon that inspired you to run marathons? ? Hashtag just do it." That's perfect. None of it was about just the product itself, because that's the way not to market. You don't want to just push a bunch of your fucking apparel in somebody's face. That's not the way to market, because that's how people ignore your posts. You want the post. When I do social media marketing, I want the post to make you feel something. Whether it's making you feel pissed, whether it's making you feel encouraged or inspired, whether it's making you feel horny, I don't care. As long as it makes you feel something, that's good marketing. And what they have is they focus on making you feel making you motivation. Like their products usually, or their videos usually inspire people and motivate people. And that's kind of like Nike's thing, like just do it. You know what I mean? So when I market, I want to market just like Nike. They don't focus just on the apparel. Like, you don't just take a picture of the shirt. And that's what these people my boss and everything was bitching about. Like, you don't just take a picture of the shirt. You take a picture of a hot girl in a shirt that just so happens to be the one that you're selling. By the way, all the pictures, all of them were in the Sinbad Sports store, which is where I work. All of the pictures were in the store. So having her in the store and having her wearing the products that we sell is good marketing. You're not focused on just the thing. You're focused on, okay, there's an attractive girl. If she can look good in it, then I can look good in it too. Like, that's what you want to make people feel. Like, Nike wants to make people feel, well, if this professional athlete's wearing the gear and winning, then I want to. Well, if this girl's wearing it and looking good in it, then I want to. That's how you're supposed to market. You're not supposed to just take a picture of the product and say, oh, we're selling this t-shirt. What the nobody gives a shit. Oh my God, it's so annoying. Ooh, you guys don't even know the half of it, but I wish you did. I really wish you did, and I might just explain the other half of it. Another thing that is irritating about the way this guy does social media is just. Oh, hold on one second. I need something to drink. All right. Let me explain how this fucker does social media. So, the way this guy does social media, and I don't know. You can't fix these types of closed-minded individuals. You can't fix them, and that's what's so frustrating. Like, I think he's a pessimist. Maybe he's like, you can't fix these types of people, and that's what irritates me. Because I want to show him, like, look, you're doing it wrong. Please, let's do it this way. But when you're so close-minded and can't take anybody's opinion for anything, that's the best way to fail. And trust me, if I'm doing shit wrong, I'll admit that I'm doing it wrong, and I could be doing it wrong. But just to let you guys know, I try to market like the big dogs. Clearly, the big Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, they're all doing it correctly. So if you follow the template sort of like them, then you should be doing similar, you should be doing it too. Anyway, one thing that he does is, first of all, we follow 4,700 people. This guy doesn't know 4,700 people, so he's following a bunch of fake accounts and a bunch of, when you go on his profile, like when I try to post pictures, there's a bunch of girls in underwear and in bikinis and all this shit. So clearly he's not following the correct people. First of all, you don't follow 4,700 people unless you know 4,700 people. Okay? You don't do it. That makes you look desperate for followers, because usually what happens is, especially I'm talking about Instagram here. Facebook is a different story. But on Instagram, you usually follow and then usually get a follow back. People with a lot of followers seem desperate, people that are following a lot of people seem desperate, because that's usually what happens. You follow a lot of people to get follows back. And I know that's what this guy did, because he doesn't know 4,700 people. No way in my, no. He does not know 4,700 people. So he's following a bunch of fake accounts in hopes that they'll follow him back. First wrongdoing, okay? By the way, the picture that I posted has more likes. Like the pictures that I'm talking about has more likes than the last 90 within the last 90 days has the most liked. It's the most liked picture within the last 90 days. Let that sink in. Tell me that I'm doing it wrong. Let that sink in. And I know I might seem a little ignorant right here, and I am just so utterly frustrated how somebody can hire me to do something and then tell me that I'm doing it wrong. That's all I'm pissed off about. You don't do that. You just don't do that. You shut up and you let me do what I need to do if you want to succeed. Okay, following 4,700 people. First wrongdoing. Okay, we have 1,500 followers. Now, before I tell you anything, if you have 1,500 followers, how many likes do you think you should be getting? Okay. So for this, I'm going to bring up an example. My girlfriend has 1,500 followers. Okay. Per post, she gets 300 likes, give or take 50. So she could get a post that has 250 likes, or she can get a post that has 370 likes. I'm looking at both right now. Okay. So 300 is a good mark for 1,500 followers. That shows that almost a quarter of... No, hold on. That's a quarter of your followers. A quarter of your followers like your shit, okay? Almost a quarter of your followers like. That's good numbers, because even with me, I think I only have 500 followers or 470, and I get around 100. I get like 100 likes per picture. So again, that's around a quarter. You want around a quarter or more. You really want like half, but most people don't get half. You want like a quarter of your followers to like your posts, roughly, especially at such a little number compared to most people. So that's the first thing. Now I'm going to tell you how many I'm so fucking pissed. I'm going to tell you how many fucking likes we get per fucking picture. If I averaged out the last, let's say, 10 posts, we get like 30 likes per picture. We have 1,500 followers, we get 30 likes. My fucking God. What's wrong with that, guys? What's wrong with that? Your followers are not loyal. Here's why. Because they don't fucking know you, because half of them, actually I would say most of them, are the ones that you tried to get you to follow you back when you first followed 4,500 people, 4,700. So most of them are just ghost followers is what they are. People who follow you back to get followers. Okay? 98% of them are ghost followers. The rest, there's like 30 in there that are decent followers. But I would say 1,500, because there's 1,558 followers. I would say 1,500 of them are ghost followers. They don't care about you, the brand. They don't care about shit. They just wanted you to be a sucker and follow them so they get more followers. Okay? That's the end of the discussion. That's it. That's what's wrong. And so telling me that I'm doing my job wrong, like I said, my picture got the most likes in the last 90 days. I haven't even gone past the 90 before that. I just went down to 90 to see if I'm right, and I'm right. So, oh yeah, I'm right. Within the last 90 days, this is the most liked picture. Clearly, your followers at least want a picture that looks similar to this. They're great, good quality pictures. Go on Sinbad Sports Instagram and tell me what's wrong with these pictures. 4 pictures of a girl wearing a jersey that we sell. Jerseys that we sell. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, something Irving, the guy that was on the New York, whatever. And then Elijah one? I think, yeah, his jersey. So first of all, you can't be following 4,700 people if you don't even know 4,700 people. You follow the people that you know, because you follow your loyal followers. Because loyal followers will follow loyal followers. In order to get likes, in order to get business, you need to have loyal followers. That's simple. That's a simple fact around it. If you want a bunch of likes, you need to have loyal followers. My girlfriend, she has 1,500 or at least she has around 400 loyal followers who like every one of her pictures. Around that much. We have 30. But we have 1,500 followers. That's because it's a bunch of bullshit. They're ghost followers. If I could delete this page and restart, I would, because it's gonna take me enough time to fucking to unfollow all of these fucking people that I don't even know. So that's the first issue. Don't follow 5,000 people when you don't know. Follow the people that you know follow you. And you people that you know are usually the best bet. That's why Nike only follows 170 people or something like that. They're not going to follow half their followers. They don't need to. Their marketing's good enough. Their brand, their company's good enough. They don't need to do that shit. It makes you look like a sucker if you do that. Okay? Next problem that I have with hashtags. Some people say hashtags are good. Some people say that they're not good. Here's why I think they're not good. Granted, hashtags get new people into your into your post, but they mostly get all of the fake ghost follower accounts into your posts. Okay, if you really want to get a bunch of likes and you really want to get new followers, just post good content. The good content will market for you. That's simple. You post good pictures, people will follow your account and like good pictures. Just because you hashtag shit doesn't mean that'll get fake people in liking your fake shit. That's it. Like, it's not rocket science, people. It's simple. Okay? So he bitched at me the other day because I didn't hashtag some of the posts. I don't think that hashtagging is a great way to engage. First of all, engage with your customers is not a great way to engage with them. And all it does, in terms of Instagram and most big accounts, just get you a bunch of ghost followers, ghost people in that don't even care about your fucking picture. Unless it's a really good quality picture, hashtags usually aren't the best way to go. Okay? The best way to go is if you can get the people that like your picture to share that. That's the best way. If you want to get new people, have the people that like your pictures share it. That is the biggest one. Because they're doing the work for you, not the fucking junk hashtags that you try to use. Jesus, people. Okay? So hashtags. I told them I'm not hashtagging shit because it doesn't work. And I gave them an example. Okay? You need to post more content that engages with your customers. Okay? Shit that people are going to be able to, that want to follow. Like podcasts are a great example. They look forward to the podcast. You market it. They look forward to the podcast. You then go and you post a podcast like every day, every couple days. People then will be loyal and listen to your podcast every day, and they'll like your brand. They'll like your product, okay? That's the type of something that's really good with engaging customers. Hashtags, no. So here's the example I gave him, okay? This company has 2,200 followers on Facebook, I think. Yeah, we have I think we have 2,200. Okay. I'm getting so irritated right now. I'm just. I gotta cool down a little bit, but I'm just letting you guys know, because if you're out there and you're having trouble with a boss, don't be afraid to stand up to him. Please don't. A lot of people are afraid. You can't be afraid. Granted, there are times where you should just shut your mouth and just do work so you don't get fired or anything. But there's also times where you got to stand up. You can't just be a sucker to these people. It's not how it should work. Okay? Stand up and tell them that, you know what? I'm doing it right and you're doing it wrong, and here's why. Okay? So here's my example I gave him. My old company had 1,500 followers on Facebook. We have 2,200. We post pictures. We've posted videos that get 100 views. Okay? You know why? Because they're not engaging. The videos do not engage. They're the dumbest videos I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's cringy. It's cringy, some of these videos. Okay? 100 views. Most of them are just his really close friends or family. Okay? Or people who accidentally just click on the fucking post. Now, my example was, okay, we have this many followers. We have 700 more followers than my other company did, but we get 100 views. While I posted an engaging, I used to post really engaging videos. Like, I would post videos called like a get to know us post, and it would be me interviewing one of our fellow employees and asking them like 10 good solid questions to let us know and let the customers and the golfers get to know who works at our company. Like, that's a good way. Because they want to be a friend with everybody that works there. That's the best way to sell things, if they know everybody that works there and they're friends with everybody that works there. That's how they're going to buy your product. That's where the loyal customers come in. So making them feel as though they're engaged and they're learning something about you is a great way to market. So we had 1,500 followers at this other company. Our first video got 6,000 views, and every video since then got a minimum of 2,000 views. We had 1,500 followers. But I'm doing shit wrong. You know, granted, obviously I'd like to see him get like 10 or 20,000. But granted, the golf course is also in Vermont, where Vermont's a lot of rural area. There's not a lot of people. You know, it's a little bit harder to get a video to go viral in Vermont, trust me. But anyway, like, that was my example. Like, I've posted videos that engage with people and they get thousands of views. You post a picture that's cringeworthy, that looks like shit, 100 views. Please, I encourage people, and if you're a boss out there, please just don't tell your employees clearly if they're doing shit wrong and clearly if it's something that you know that is supposed to be done a certain way, but they're, clearly doing it wrong, yes, then you can step in. But if it's something that you don't know how to do, you have no knowledge of what that is, don't tell your customer how to do it if you don't even know what the fuck you're doing. That's stupid. Please don't. Please don't. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Sorry for that rant, but I just had to get that off my chest because I just been so irritated lately with people like this. You can't fix them. You can't do anything around them, and that's just the way the world is. I'm sorry. Sorry for people out there that had to go just listen to that rant. I hope you guys, I hope there's at least a few people that can relate. But okay, let's get off that topic so I don't get heated anymore. Let's talk. Who do I want to talk about? Talk about my singing. What about the Syria bombings? What do you guys think about that? I think it's crazy. Is it justified though? Because I've heard a few people state their opinion. I've heard that there's no proof yet that they've gassed their people. I've heard that there is proof that they've gassed their people. I don't know. I think it's a little bit justified because in reality, Syria is kind of bullying their own people to an extent, kind of. Well, they're bullying their people for sure, but I guess the United States just kind of needs to it's almost like when you're getting bullied, that your friend that's a little bit bigger comes in and punches the bully in the mouth, and then it kind of shuts him up. I think that's kind of like the way to do things. Because that's how you learn. And if you've ever got bullied, I think you would have wished that you had a friend that, and you didn't have a friend. I think you would have wished that a friend would have came in and punched a bully in the mouth. That's kind of how I think. I don't know the whole story. Don't take my word for anything, but that's all I've really heard. I've heard there's a lot of controversy with it. But in my opinion, if a company's killing their own, not a company, a country is killing their own people, I think it's justified for other countries to step in and say something and do something to save these people. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. That's all I heard. That might have been just complete stupid ranting shit. That might have just been. I don't even know for sure. I should probably look more into it before I start talking about it. Probably. My fault, guys. What's this thing called? Coachella? I heard it's like a big and I'm like 20, so I should probably know this shit, but I heard it's like a big concert thing, or like a music festival with like a bunch of like the top artists come and perform. I mean, that would be lit to go to. That would be sick. I bet the tickets sell out ASAP. That'd be really cool to go to though, for real. Ooh. Sounds like fun. Maybe I'll get tickets for like next year or something. The fucking yodeling kid though, that's so funny. If you guys haven't seen the yodeling kid, oh my god, I'm sure you guys probably have. But that's so hilarious. I think he performed at Coachella too. That's so funny. That is so funny. Props to that kid though. I mean, it takes balls to stand up in front of people and sing. And he did it. He was doing it in Walmart, like at a young age. Like, props to that kid, bro. I don't even know if I would have that much balls to stand up, and sing. But damn, his shit went viral ASAP. It's just incredible, man. That's the power of the internet too, though. I love that about internet and social media. That's why I love marketing on it. There's just endless potential for anything you post. Like, that kid for sure didn't know that his thing was going to get millions and millions of views. He was going to go on Ellen. He was going to perform, have a couple concerts, completely turn his life around. Now he has like 1 million followers on Instagram. Like, shit, dude. That's awesome how the internet can connect people like that. It's just fucking amazing. I love that aspect of social media. I love that aspect of the internet. It's unlike anything else, realistically. You can't compare it to anything. Yeah, it's just crazy, dude. Fucking crazy. A kid, I don't even know how old he is, probably like 12 or something. Just started singing in Walmart, kinda he's hustling. He's trying to get his word out there. He's trying to give people music and keep hustling, and that's it. He got a break. And I think that's a good story. Like, just keep hustling. You never know when you're going to get a break. Realistically, you're never going to know like when your shit's going to blow up, or if it's even going to blow up. But damn, it's crazy shit, dude. It's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Congrats to the yodeling kid for being a star, dude. I wish I was in your shoes for sure. I'm just sitting here drinking a hot chocolate, trying to enjoy my Monday. I got some conflicts that's been going on, and I know I can get through them. I just explained that one pretty much is the main one. Just butting heads a lot with the owner and the manager about how to do shit. And it's hard for people to admit, and who knows, I could be a full of shit 20-year-old. But it is hard, and I've especially noticed this for older people. It is hard to give in and admit that somebody younger than you is better than you. It is extremely hard to admit that, especially somebody that's younger than you and is better than you. That's hard to admit for a lot of people. Even myself, like especially with sports and shit. Like, I would have like a grudge if a kid was like even a year younger than me and was better than me. Like, that type of shit, like, pisses people off, and I've seen that a lot. It's an extremely hard pill to swallow, and I think that it's almost what these guys have been doing. Because, like, and get this, like, my manager the other day, and I'm one of those people who, like, I love the way Conor McGregor acts. Granted, I don't want to act fully like him because he just got in a bunch of trouble and dumb shit, but I like the way he carries himself. And so, like, I told my manager, I'm like, yo, let's have a, like, I was doing good on sales like a few weeks ago. Like, I've been, like, I think I can sell products pretty well, like, as, like, not like online or whatever, but like, I think I can sell products like when customers come in. I think I'm a pretty good people's person. And so I was like, yo, let's have like a competition between us three, like, you know, just like a friendly competition. Maybe because competition's good. A controlled competition's good within a workplace, because if we're all working our asses off to beat each other, then we're also, if we're all working our asses off to beat each other, we're also working our asses off to get sales. Like, it's a good way to get money. And he's like, oh no. He said no. He's like, you're cocky. And I was like, he's like, you're a little too cocky. Maybe just because I challenged him. The fuck you mean I'm cocky, bro? Like, this fucking shit, dude. I'm not cocky. I would say I'm confident. I think I have the ability. And he said that he has more experience than I do, and all this, that, and the third. Then put your money where your mouth is, buddy, and let's have a fucking competition. That's one thing I will always challenge somebody. If you want to tell me that I'm not good, then then prove it. That's one thing, and my brother knows me so well, and he's the exact same person as me when it comes to that. If somebody tells me that they're better than me, then let's prove it. Let's have a competition and let's fucking prove it. I think that's kind of a good mindset to have, because that'll either shut the people up or it'll humble you. One of the two. It'll either tell the people, like open the people's eyes that you're trying to challenge, like, oh shit, maybe he is better than me, or they're going to beat you and they're going to humble you. Either way, it's a win-win if you look at it like that. Like, if somebody tells me that I'm wrong, then prove me wrong, please. Instead of just telling me that I'm wrong, prove me wrong. I love to be proved wrong because it's a learning experience for me. Like, please do it. I encourage you to prove me wrong. I really do. And I'm not trying to sound like a prick. I'm not trying to sound ignorant or anything. Trust me, that's not the vibe I'm trying to get around. But you can't just simply say you're wrong and then just say that. You can't. You got to prove people wrong. Anyway, he didn't want to challenge. In the end of the story, he didn't want to challenge anything. He just called me cocky and said that I didn't have as much experience as him and all this, that, and the third. But really, I think he was just nervous, honestly. I think he was just a little nervous that maybe he was going to lose, and I would have that little upper advantage than him, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, dude, some of these older generations, and I love, older people, because, and this guy's not even that old. He's probably actually maybe he is kind of old. I think he's probably 50. But I love old people, dude. If there's one generation that I love, it's going to be old people for sure. Because most old people are genuinely nice, and I love that about fucking old people, man. Because especially when they come into say the store that I work at, they're just nice, man. And I'll chat with them for 15, 20 minutes, about how their life's going. I love that. That's good marketing too. Damn. These people are going to fall in love with you if you're going to listen to them. That's what the one thing people want. They just want somebody to listen. I'm here. I'm here to listen. By the way, if you have an interesting story or you want to chat with me, you want to come on to my podcast, shoot me an email or I guess not the at symbol, just it's joe.bopri98@gmail.com. Shoot me an email about if you have a cool story, if you want to chat. Something like that, man. I'm more than willing to, especially if you want to come on the podcast and we can chat, we can debate. I'm all for people who want to debate. If you think my way of thinking's fucked up, you think I'm ignorant, think I'm cocky, which that's really not the image I want to get across. I want my image to be across as confident and somebody that you shouldn't take for granted. Because I feel like people get walked on too much. I think people who are very nice get walked on too much. And I don't want people to do that to me. I don't want people to do that to my friends, my family, my girlfriend, nothing. So you got to be a little stern sometimes. On the other side of things, I love people. I love everybody. And I'll love you until you give me a reason not to love you. That's pretty much how I do things. If you are a nice person, I will chat up with you. I'll talk to you. I'll listen to you. We'll be best friends by the end of the day. But if you want to be rude, or if you want to be if you want to be a prick, you want to do this, you want to do that, then I'm not gonna like you. I'm not gonna be your friend. That's pretty much end of that story. You know what I mean? So that's just how my view is on that. I don't like that. I just don't like that people get walked on. I want everybody to have a good opportunity. I love you all. I want everybody to be treated equally. And if you're going to walk on people, then I'm going to say something to you. I'm going to be that guy that helps some of the people out. And, sometimes I have to stand up against you, whether that's for my benefit or for your benefit. It's important to always humble people sometimes, because they get high heads. And when you humble them, they kind of smarten up. And I love being humbled because you learn. You learn. I love when somebody humbles me, because you learn, like, oh shit, okay, next time I do this shit, I'm gonna have to think twice. I'm gonna have to realize, okay, maybe I shouldn't have been running my mouth to this kid. You know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. It's just a long Monday, man. Hope you guys have a great week. Probably gonna end this podcast a couple minutes short. If you haven't already, please share, subscribe. You know the deal. Like I said, shoot me an email if you want. At joe.beaupre98@gmail.com. That's joe.beaupre98@gmail.com. If you have a cool story, I have a podcast topic that you want me to talk about, anything, just let me know. Thank you guys so much for listening. It's kind of more or less like a rant, I guess. But I hope somebody, at least one person, can relate. And if you can relate, just know that you're not the only one out there that's got to deal with this shit. You're not the only person out there. I love you all. Thank you so much. Have a great week, guys. Really, have a great week. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys. See ya.